Hi folks, Alex here at Valsos Bar in Revere. Today we're going to be cooking a burger, a famous burger, and we're going to show you how we prepare all the items, all the ingredients that we put into our burger, okay? We're going to start talking about the patty, okay, about the meat, the main ingredient. So here what we do is we take sirloin strip and we grind it along with fat, approximately 85% meat and 15% fat. We also take the bone marrow from the bones and we scrape it out and we add it to our mixture, okay, once the burger is grounded. What the bone marrow does is gives an extra layer of flavor and also gives moisture to the burger once the burger is cooked. So once the burger is cooked, it's very juicy and flavorful, okay? So that's how we prepare our burgers here for the everyday cooking. We're gonna go next over all the ingredients that we have here in our burger, okay? So the avocado crema, what we do is we take fresh avocados, we take them out of the shell, and we puree this together with mayonnaise. We mix this along with the avocado mixture. We put some cilantro and some lime and other ingredients that I don't really want to be boring about talking about all ingredients in here, but these are the main ingredients in the avocado crema that goes into our burger. Another great ingredient that we put into our burger is the garlic aioli. So we do the same thing. We do our mayo, and then we take the garlic and we cook the garlic very slow into the oven. We put a little bit of garlic with oil and we cook it slowly until the garlic is roasted. Once the garlic is roasted, we puree this along with the mayo and a little bit of lime juice and other ingredients as I said before, okay? This is another ingredient that goes into our bread, that we spread into the bread, okay? It's fantastic. The other ingredient that we have in here is the cheese sauce. So we don't put sliced cheese on top of the burger once the burger is cooked. What we do is make a cheese sauce that is made from 4 cheeses: mozzarella, smoked Gouda, jack cheese, and Monterey jack cheese. Okay, so 4 cheeses in here. So this sauce is very, very rich. Once the burger is being cooked, we spread this cheese mixture in top of the burger, and that's another layer of extra flavor. Hi folks, let's talk about the last ingredients. The last ingredients are, when you make a burger, you have to have a great bread, good bread. This bone is made also in the house, okay? We put a little bit of egg into our bread, so it makes the bread a little richer, okay? So it's how we make our bones on the daily basis. Very fresh lettuce, tomatoes, bacon, and onion. What we do with the onion, steak onion, what you call a steak onion, we're gonna be putting this onion into a beer batter. The beer batter is being made with white beer and flour, and a little bit of salt and pepper. So we will be dipping this into the flour, submerging the onions into the beer batter and fry them, okay? So we're gonna be cooking the burger, and we're gonna start assembling the burger. I'm gonna show you in a few minutes how we're gonna be assembling the burger, okay? See you in the few. All right, folks, it's very important that when you cook anything, meat, chicken, seafood, you season your food with salt and pepper. It's very important, okay? Because I mean, the burger can be very fresh, can be really good, but if you don't season, you won't take those really great flavors out of the product, okay? So at this point, we gotta season our burger. You gotta season. We season the burger on both sides. Now we put the burger into the grill, okay? Hot grill. Put the burger into the other side. In the meantime, folks, we're gonna pass our onions into the flour, okay? Very important, flour first and then the batter, so the batter can stick to the onions. Double dip the onions into the beer batter right here, very important, okay? Hot oil, and we deep fry for approximately 1 minute or so. We're gonna take our burger out of the grill, okay? We're gonna turn it the other way. Folks, one thing that a lot of chefs that they do when they're busy is they press the burger down with the spatula. We don't want to do that, because once you start pressing the burger down, all the juices go through the grill on the bottom and the juice comes out dry. So it's very important that you let burger cook alone without forcing the burger to be cooked, you know? Just like that. 15 more seconds, and in the meantime, we're gonna take our burger out and we're gonna leave it here, see? So now, burger is almost ready, almost done. onions are done, we're gonna start assembling, okay? For the bread, we're gonna be using clarified butter. How do you make clarified butter? Very simple. You just melt unsalted butter into a pot and let it rest. And once all the butter is melted, you just skim all the fat out of the butter, leaving the fat behind, okay? So it's how you make clarified butter. If you don't want butter, you just can put the bread on the grill without butter. But in Valsos, we put butter so it gives an extra flavor, and the bread, it gives like a little crispy on the bottom of the bread, or the toast, okay? So, butter, and we're gonna put this into the griddle. So put the bread in here, okay? We're gonna be getting our bacon going, okay? To warm it up, so it's pre-cooked. So we pre-cook it because, I mean, you know, in a restaurant you cannot just cook bacon per order, okay? So we have it pre-cooked, and when we get a burger, we just warm it up and assemble the burger with the bacon. We also got the bread going. Now we're gonna go with the fries, okay? Get the fries going. We're gonna take the burger. The bread is ready. You see the crispiness of the bread from the butter? Right here. Beautiful. And also the extra layer of flavor that the butter does on the bread when you put butter in there, okay? Butter is good, get a flavor on everything, okay? With the bread, it doesn't burn, okay? We're gonna pour a whole spoon on top of the burger, okay? And then we're gonna put this in the oven for like approximately 40 seconds, just to get some get the coldness out of the cheese. Color on the bread, look, nice and golden brown, little crispy on the outside, but I mean fluffy in the inside. Okay. Look at the cheese. The cheese. I mean, you don't want to warm the cheese way too much that it's gonna come into the sizzle platter and being out of the burger. You just want a little bit warm enough, but we want the cheese to stay there, okay? And then our burger, okay? Very, very easy. This is the way we serve it here at Valsos in Revere. So we're gonna take a little bit of the garlic aioli I mentioned before, and we're gonna spread that into our bread, okay? Make sure it's all around the bread. We don't want someone to bite into one piece of the bread and don't get the flavor. It's very important. Some people just put a little bit on the middle, and then when you bite into the side, you don't taste. You just taste the middle. No, not the sides. It's very important to go all around the bread. You know, don't be shy. Don't be shy with the sauce. Okay, we taking bottom of the bread. Okay, we take the lettuce and the tomatoes. Okay. So the lettuce, that gives me like a layer in there to seal the bread from the juice of the burger, not to soak the bread with the juice, and then in a few minutes the bread will be, all soaked with the juice of the burger, and it will be disintegrating, So that's why we do that this way. Then we're gonna go with the burger on top of the tomatoes, okay? We taking the bacon, we take the golden berry sauce, and we drizzle with a little bit of this gray sauce our burger, okay? Put the bacon, okay? And then we're gonna be putting our onions and fries. Let me get the onions and the fries. Fries. Onion rings, a little bit of salt and pepper, okay, very important. And we're gonna put 2 beautiful onions right on top. And last but not least, our avocado crema, okay? So you see all these flavors combined in there. The acidity from the golden berry, the creamy from the cheese, the avocado crema in there, like a lot of layers of flavor and explosions in there. Okay, and then last piece of bread on top. And of course fries, right? Because who eats burger without fries? I don't think no one does that. So a good amount of fries in there. Okay, and this is the way, folks, we prepare our burger here at Valsos Table Bar in Revere. Okay, and come down and try it. Let me know. But it's one of the most seller in our menu. Okay, we'll see you again next time. Okay, have a wonderful afternoon. Bye. Okay, juicy gray burger. Okay, you see all the layer, the combination, the layer, the tomatoes, all the aiolis, the bacon, the bread. This is our burger, famous burger, Valsos burger here in Revere. Fries. And this is final product, folks, going into the table. Okay, fresh from scratch. We do everything from scratch here in our kitchen, along with the cocktails. Cocktails are being prepped in the back of the kitchen and all the way to the bar by doing all the syrups, with the fruits, and also all the fishes with the vodkas and gins and tequilas. Okay.